Alright, so this one here is going to be in two parts. And this is a auction win. Major auction, Heritage. It was a foreign comic auction. There was quite a few books I was interested in. But with as many that were going off, if you didn't watch it, it was pretty good. There was a Spider-Man number 129, the famous yellow cover with where the timeline kind of diverges from the American Spider-Man and the Mexican Spider-Man, and Spider-Man marries Gwen Stacy. I have the reprint of that comic, but that comic was, I think, it was either 8.0 or 9.0, but it went for, I think, $32,000. So, really cool. If you had a copy of it, and a bang the camera. If you have a copy of it, great. If you found one, I know the reprints were going for about $100. And Comic Con, like right after they came out, I picked mine up for I think $100, and I saw them at Comic Con for the reprints for $400. And people were paying it to get them to read the story. But there were some Brazilian horror books that I had my eye on, but like I said, when it came down to it, there were so many. I really had to stay focused on this one book, hyper focused on it. And this other one I picked up on the next auction. Funny story is, I thought I had won another book, and I was bidding on it live, and it said that I won, but I don't know what happened. Apparently, I did not win it. I don't know if someone came in and it was a glitch in the system, and it said I won, and somebody else came in with another bid, and it timed out. I'm not sure, but I was watching it live, and like I said, it said that I won it, and apparently I did not. So with that, I don't know if anybody's ever had that issue before, but there's nothing they're going to do. They're going to give it to whoever they sold it to, and that's the end of it. So I wasn't going to make a big deal of it. And it was a book that I wasn't necessarily had to have. It was just one that, while it was there, threw a bid out there, and nobody was bidding on it at the time. I raised the bid up, and it kind of just sat there, and like I said, it said that I won, but apparently I didn't. Now, there's some Brazilian horrors that I really have my eye on, like I said, but I want to stay hyper-focused on this one book and this one book only, and then on the second night, I won this book here. And I didn't even know that this book was a Jayme Cortez cover. I actually reached out to Sky Ott, who had a lot of the books in the auction, and we talked for a while, and he had actually told me that this was a Jayme Cortez cover, and congratulated me on it. This one here is a 4.0, and this thing is pretty beat up, but like I said, I didn't really pay much for it, and it was kind of a cool cover. This back cover, my God, this thing is soiled. So, but that's the thing with these Brazilians. A lot of them, the climate they're in, they don't have the bags and boards, available like we do. So a lot of times these things are stacked, book on top of book on top of book, with no real protection. And then the climate and the paper quality and stuff's made out of. A lot of times you'll find the staples are rusted, and that's just due to the climate. So unfortunately, these books do take a beating, but it's great when they're encapsulated because that helps protect them for future generations. Now this one is a Robert Bernstein stories, John Rosenberg and John Gianta art. This is Selectos Juvenis 486. This is from August of 1965, Brazilian. This contains the Adventures of the Jaguar number 4 stories, but this cover is unique to the Brazilian to the Brazilian cover, and these colors are, you really can't see it on here because I guess the glare and everything, but really cool cover, especially for like the Jaguar. A lot of times you fight some weird little enemies and stuff like commies, I guess, and midgets and weird things, but this like monster thing, I've never saw this before, so I don't think this appears in the comic anywhere. I have to actually go online and read Jaguar Adventures of Jaguar #4 and see if this is in there. But I've really seriously doubted this is probably something made just for this cover here. And it's really, I just, Jaguar is one of them characters that, I don't know. To me, they have like that classic like 1960s look to him. He's kind of weird. He's got the jetpack on his hips, and he's a Jaguar character. But I don't know. To me, he's got like that classic 1960s superhero look to him. Um, and I don't know, I like him. But really cool covers. The trade dress is kind of neat with that orange and green. Um, makes the name pop on the cover, especially with this black background. And the cover actually is, I mean, for all its the paper quality and things, the book itself, it's in pretty damn decent shape. Being an all black cover. I mean, there's some spine stuff, up and down, but for the most part, like the colors and nothing's really bent over or like really messed up on it. So 4.0, I mean, a lot of it probably has to do with the spine. Looks like the spine might be like starting to split. Um, Definitely at the bottom and the top. It's starting to split, but again, it's going to display really, really beautifully. And I'll slide this into a Mylar as well. I should get that glare off there, but yeah. So I didn't know this was a Jayme Cortez cover. Sky told me it was. Um, so that's pretty cool. And I have a couple other books I'm working on right now to acquire, and they'll, if I can make the deal, for it to be probably like July or maybe August by the time I get them. But I'll definitely show them as well. All right, so that is it for now. Stay tuned because I have a huge book I'm about to show that was also in that auction. Thanks.